rapid infuser, and it works differently to the level 1 and the Ranger rapid infuser because it doesn't squeeze the bags of fluid into the patient. It uses a peristaltic pump. Now that has a lot of advantages because first of all it means you can give cell salvage blood if you need to through the machine. Secondly, you can deliver a flow rate that you decide, and you know exactly how much fluid you've given to your patient as well as having other safety features on it. So on the machine we have 2 air detectors. So we have an air detector as the fluid comes into the machine and an air detector as it leaves the machine. So it will pick up air and you will not deliver an air impulse to your patient. As well as having the 2 air detectors, it has automatic air removal. So every 500 ml of fluid you deliver to your patient, the machine will momentarily clamp off to the patient line and purge any air that's collected in the system as well. So it gets rid of air all the time when you're using it. So we have 3 spikes on your giving set, which comes packaged like this. And you have a blood filter, so the fluid comes down through the filter, through the air detector just here. There's an air detector here in case you're busy with your patient and your fluid runs through. And if air got to this point here, it will clamp off to your patient line and it will alarm to let you know your fluid's out. If that happens, you hang another bag of fluid up and hit a reprime key and it will push any air that's got down to this point here out of the system, all while it's still attached to your patient. So you don't have to take the set out and try and get air out of it. As the fluid comes down around the corner, it comes through the heating element. So there's a magnetic induction coil that heats 16 stainless steel rings that are part of your giving set. So it heats the fluid in a single pass, and it's adjusting all the time the amount of heat that it applies to the fluid, so it's always coming out at 37 degrees at the patient end, and it's the only machine on the market that will deliver the fluid no matter what flow rate at 37 degrees. As the fluid leaves the heating element, there's a chamber here, and this will collect your outgassed air. And like I said, this is where the air gets purged from every 500 mils. And there's another air detector just below this in case any air did get through. So to set it up, it's very easy. The set literally just sits in the machine. So you take it out of the packet and you pop it into the machine unprimed. So you put your filter in the holder. There's a little up arrow on the stainless steel rings. You pop that in next. And then just follow the colour-coded area around with the tubing. The only things to remember is to push the tubing in underneath the air trap, where the air detector is, so we can see the fluid running past. And again here, there's a little shelf. If you sit the plastic bit on the shelf and push it forward as far as it will go, and then just sit the tubing in the right area, and that's it. And you close the door and switch on at the back. I don't know if you want to stand up and have a look at the screen for this bit. It goes through a quick self-check and then it tells you what to do step by step. So the first thing it says is connect fluid bags, unclamp lines and press prime. So you connect your bag of fluid up, unclamp it, your filter starts to fill and you touch the prime key. What it's doing is it's priming this part of the giving set to the point that it leaves the machine. So it's not priming this part of the line just yet. So it'll be pumping any air out through that recirculating line and out through that little valve there. Then it asks you to prime the patient line so you can check that all the air is out before you connect it up to your patient. So you touch patient line prime and it starts to prime the line slowly. If you're in a hurry, keep your finger on the key and it will prime it quickly. Once you're happy that all the air is out of the line, touch the stop key and it comes up with an infuse key. So you connect your patient, touch infuse and it takes you to your working screen. Now it always defaults to start infusing at 10 mils per minute. If you're not ready to use the machine at this point, just touch the stop key and it'll sit quite happily till you're ready to use it. Your top 4 keys are not active, they're display keys. So you have your flow rate displayed, you have a running total of the volume you've infused into your patient displayed. That will stay on the screen unless somebody switches the machine off at the back. So if you want that number at the end of dealing with your patient, make sure you write it down. It monitors your temperature, but you can't change the temperature that's applied to the fluid. And it also monitors your line pressure as well. So if you try to deliver a high flow rate through a small cannula, it will slow the flow rate down as it meets resistance to protect your patient again. Your bottom keys are all active, and because it's designed as a rapid infuser, as soon as you touch a key, it will do something. You don't have to touch a start key every time. So you have your flow rate, up and down keys, and this is for continuous infusion. So if I want to start the flow rate, if I hit the up arrow, it starts to infuse at 2.5 mils per minute. At 2.5 mils per minute and 5 mils per minute, there's no heating, and that's because you would have to heat blood too much here for it still to be 37 degrees at the patient end, so we don't heat at those lower flow rates. Once you get to 10 mils per minute, you can either go in increments of 10 or you can go straight to 500 mils per minute at the touch of one key. Now the way that the protocol is suggesting that you use it is using boluses, 250 ml boluses. You have a bolus key here. If I touch bolus once, it will start to deliver a 250 ml bolus at a rate of 200 mils per minute. If you want to give that bolus fast, make sure you touch the bolus key first and then touch the 500 mils per minute key. And then it'll start to deliver that at 500 mils per minute. So you can have a feel of the fluid coming out. Anybody is coming out at 37 degrees. With a large enough cannula in the patient, we can take this up to 750 mils per minute. And that's it really, in a nutshell. A very brief overview.
Good. Okay, so Heather's really put it in context in terms of what the major advantages of this is.